Hello all my dear viewers. When it comes to the world's most prestigious crab, we will surely think of the king crab. However, few people know that there is another crab that is equally highly regarded. The snow crab. The habitat of snow crabs is located in the harshest regions of the world, making it extremely difficult to catch them. Fishermen face many dangers, of which storms are one of the main causes of many fishing boats accidents. Today, let's explore with us how American fishermen harvest hundreds of tons of snow crab in bad weather conditions. Under the impact of the superstorm, American fishermen still steadfastly harvest hundreds of tons of crab. Looking at the boats drifting on the sea, many people will surely feel dizzy. However, these fishermen seem to be used to dangerous situations. They are still busy harvesting snow crabs in stormy weather. Snow crab fishing is considered one of the most dangerous jobs at sea. Fishermen have to work on boats in the middle of the ocean in cold conditions, big waves and harsh weather. During storms, rough waves can destroy equipment on the boat, even cause the boat to capsize or sink, endangering the lives of fishermen. So how valuable is snow crab that American fishermen still risk their lives to harvest it? Snow crab has great economic value, especially in the international market, including the US, Japan and Korea. Each snow crab fishing trip can bring in high income, from hundreds of thousands to millions of USD, because of the high profits. Fishermen are willing to face risks even in bad weather. They have carefully prepared for each trip, equipped with modern equipment such as radar, GPS positioning systems and communication devices, helping to minimize risks caused by storms. Thanks to this preparation, the boats can not only withstand the storm but also harvest a large number of snow crabs. Snow crabs are subarctic, living in cold regions of the northern hemisphere, at depths of 400 to 3,000 meters. Mainly on sandy or muddy bottoms. To catch this crab, American fishermen apply special methods. Snow crab fishing boats are usually large, designed to operate in harsh conditions and equipped with large traps that can hold hundreds of kilograms of crabs. Each boat can carry hundreds of traps, baited with fish to attract crabs. After setting the traps for 24 to 48 hours, fishermen use specialized tractors to pull the traps out of the water. After harvesting, fishermen will focus on sorting the crabs. Only crabs that reach the minimum size are kept. Female crabs with eggs or small crabs will be released to maintain natural resources. After being sorted, the snow crabs will be stored in cold compartments on the boat, helping to avoid the risk of death or damage. After harvesting large quantities of snow crab, the boats transport the crabs to the port for distribution. At the processing plant, the snow crabs are cleaned, sorted, and packaged. Some are sold live, while the majority are processed into frozen or steamed products before being exported. Snow crab is an important export for the United States, especially to markets such as Japan, South Korea, and Europe. In the process of harvesting snow crab, fishermen not only have to deal with harsh weather but also many other challenges. One of the biggest difficulties is adjusting fishing strategies according to each season. Each snow crab season has its own characteristics, from the size to the movement of the crabs. Fishermen need to know when and where the crabs gather to optimize their output. In addition, using modern equipment is not easy. Equipment such as radar and GPS systems need to be maintained and checked regularly. A small equipment failure can lead to major risks, such as losing direction or not being able to detect approaching storms. This requires fishermen to have the knowledge and skills to operate the equipment. as well as the flexibility to respond to emergencies. In addition, fishermen are faced with strict regulations on environmental protection and maintaining fishery resources. They must comply with regulations on the minimum size of crabs to be kept and the volume of crabs that can be caught on each trip. These regulations are intended to ensure that the fishery resource is a sustainable production for the future, but also a great pressure on fishermen to optimize profits. Not only that, the competition in the international market is also fierce. Snow crab is not only sought after in the US but also in many other countries. Fishermen need to constantly improve their fishing and processing techniques to meet market demands. They also need to find ways to build their brands and maintain product quality to attract customers. With these difficulties and challenges, American fishermen are not just fishermen, but also resilient, intelligent and passionate people. They work tirelessly to provide high-quality food sources to the market, while protecting precious natural resources. We have just learned more about the challenges that American fishermen face in their journey to harvest snow crab. If you have any more questions or comments, please leave them below this video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to receive the next interesting videos from us. After the fishermen harvest the snow crabs, the next step is to bring them to the port for processing. Here, the snow crabs will be put through the cleaning and grading process. This work is done by skilled workers, experienced in sorting crabs according to size and quality. Grading is very important, because only crabs that meet the standards are kept for the high-end market. After being sorted, the snow crabs will be thoroughly cleaned. The selected crabs will be transferred to cold storage, where the temperature is controlled to preserve the freshness. This is very important because snow crab is a very sensitive product and can easily spoil if not properly preserved. Snow crabs are not only consumed domestically but also exported to many international markets such as Japan, Korea and Europe. In particular, snow crabs are a popular dish in luxury restaurants. In these places, crabs are often processed into attractive dishes, attracting diners because of their delicious taste and freshness. The high demand for snow crab has created a rich supply chain. From catching to processing and distribution, this not only helps to increase the value of the product but also creates many jobs for the local community. Many families depend on the snow crab fishing industry for their livelihood, and the development of this industry has contributed to the economic stability of the area. However, snow crab fishing also has environmental impacts. In order to maintain this resource sustainably, the authorities have implemented many management measures such as regulations on minimum crab size and the number of crabs allowed to be caught. This not only helps to protect aquatic resources but also ensures that the snow crab fishing industry can develop sustainably. Thus, the snow crab fishing industry not only brings high profits to fishermen but also creates a rich economic ecosystem for the community. This industry is not only an important part of the culture and tradition of the people but also a strong economic resource, contributing to the development of society. Let us know what you think about the processing and consumption of snow crab. Do you want to learn more about the stories of fishermen working in this industry? Leave a comment below the video and don't forget to like and subscribe to not miss other interesting videos. With high economic value and great demand, hundreds of snow crab fishing boats still operate every year. Despite the dangers of harsh weather, we have just discovered how American fishermen harvest tons of snow crab during the storm. How do you feel about this video? Leave a comment below to let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe to receive the latest notifications. Thank you and see you again. We move on to a more unique form of crab fishing, glacier crab fishing using traps. Glaciers are not only a harsh environment but also home to a wide variety of seafood, including crabs. Fishermen here use traditional methods to exploit this resource, despite the challenges they face. While sea fishermen have to fight against waves and wind, glacier fishermen have to deal with cold and difficult terrain. Moving on the surface of the glacier requires great skill and caution. Every step can pose a risk of sinking, so fishermen often use support tools such as special shoes to maintain balance and avoid danger. Glacier crab fishermen often use traps, an effective and sustainable method. These traps are made from light but strong materials, making them easy to place in the water. Each trap is equipped with bait, usually fresh fish or other foods to attract crabs. Fishermen drop the traps into shallow waters where crabs frequent. Then mark the location for easy return harvesting. After leaving the traps for 24 to 48 hours, the fishermen return to check. They pull the traps out of the water and sort the crabs on the spot. Similar to at sea, only crabs that reach a minimum size are kept, while female crabs with eggs are released to preserve the natural resource. One of the biggest challenges fishermen face on the glacier is the cold weather. They need to be well prepared to cope with the cold, which can sometimes drop to sub-zero temperatures. Warm clothing and protective gear are essential for every trip. They also need to know how to handle emergency situations, such as when encountering dense fog or unexpected weather phenomena. Despite the challenges, ice crab fishing also brings excitement and joy to the fishermen. They not only earn a living but also preserve their traditions and culture through these trips. The connection with nature and the feeling of being immersed in the beautiful scenery of the glacier are immeasurable rewards. With this fishing process, ice crab fishermen are contributing to resource conservation and sustainable development. Let's learn more about their stories and the experiences they have accumulated over the years in this challenging environment. Once the crabs are harvested from the ice traps, the next step is processing and preservation. Fishermen have to work quickly to ensure that the crabs are kept as fresh as possible. The sorted crabs are put into containers with cold water to keep them alive longer before being transported to the dock. At the dock, the crabs are transferred to processing facilities. Where they are cleaned and sorted again. The cleaning process not only removes sand and mud, but also ensures that the crabs are of the highest quality before being marketed. Crabs that meet the required size and quality are packaged and prepared for shipping. Processing of glacier crabs often uses traditional methods. Some crabs are sold live, while the majority are processed into frozen or steamed products for long-term preservation. These products are then exported to international markets where there is a high demand for fresh seafood. Glacier crabs are not only famous for their quality but also for their great economic value. The high demand from the Japanese, Korean and European markets has created many opportunities for local fishermen. The crab fishing industry not only provides them with income but also contributes to the overall economic development of the region. In addition to the economic aspect, Glacier crab fishing also has a strong cultural value. For many families, this is a tradition that has been preserved for generations. They not only see crab fishing as a way of making a living, but also as an indispensable part of their daily lives. Stories, experiences and legends surrounding crab fishing are often passed down to the next generation, helping to maintain the cultural identity of the community. In addition, glacier fishermen also pay great attention to environmental protection. They are well aware of the importance of conserving aquatic resources and often comply with regulations on the size and quantity of crabs allowed to be caught. This not only helps protect resources but also ensures that the industry can develop sustainable in the future. Let's learn more about the lives of these fishermen through their stories and real-life experiences. If you want to know more about how they face the challenges of crab fishing, leave a comment below the video. Is there anything else you would like to add to this content? Or is there anything in particular that you would like to highlight in the video? When it comes to glacier crab fishing, it is impossible not to mention the environmental challenges that fishermen face. Climate change is having a strong impact on the ecosystems here. Changing water temperatures, rapid ice melting and extreme weather events can reduce crab populations and affect the livelihoods of fishermen. Increasing temperatures also make some areas unsuitable for crabs, forcing fishermen to travel further to find crabs. This not only increases operating costs but also puts more pressure on fishermen to maintain their income. In addition, pollution from fishing and shipping can also reduce water quality and affect crab resources. Fishermen are increasingly aware of the importance of protecting the environment, and many have joined marine conservation programs to help maintain resources for future generations. To cope with these challenges, fishermen are not only relying on traditional fishing techniques but also applying modern technology. Using fisheries monitoring and management systems, they can monitor the status of crab populations and make informed fishing decisions. In addition, many fishermen are participating in research programs and collaborating with environmental organizations to find more sustainable solutions for their industry. These efforts not only help protect resources, but also ensure that the glacier crab fishery can continue to develop sustainably in the future. Combining tradition and modernity in the approach to fishing is key to preserving fishery resources and sustaining fishermen's livelihoods. Ultimately, this video is not only a look at the work of ice crab fishing, but also a reminder of the importance of environmental protection and sustainable development. Hopefully, through the stories of these fishermen, you will have a deeper insight into this challenging but also joyful and meaningful profession. To highlight the ice crab fishing profession, we will hear stories from the fishermen themselves. Each has their own experiences, memorable memories in the journey to make a living at sea. For example, there is a fisherman named Tom, who has spent his whole life on fishing boats. Tom remembers the first time he went out to sea during a big storm. I was very young, but that was one of the most memorable memories. It felt like everything was upside down, but we worked together, helped each other and finally got a big catch of crabs. Tom shared. For him, it was not just the harvest that was important, but also the spirit of solidarity among the fishermen. Another fisherman, Maria, the only woman in the group, shared, "I always feel proud to be able to work in a traditional family business. Sometimes, catching crabs can be very difficult, but every time I pull up the cage, I feel excited. Crabs are not only my source of income, but also my passion." Stories like these help the audience understand more about the lives of fishermen, their efforts and passion in each trip. Despite the difficulties, they always find joy in their work and connection with nature. In addition, family traditions also play an important role in crab fishing. Many fishermen consider this a cultural heritage that they must preserve. They often pass on valuable skills and experience to the next generation. Helping the profession to continue to be maintained and developed. The story of fishermen is not only about crabs, but also about strength, resilience and love in the family. They are silent heroes, facing all challenges and constantly striving for a better life for themselves and their loved ones. At the end of the video, we will emphasize that each crab caught is not just a product, but also a part of the story, the passion of the fisherman. Hopefully, this video will give you a deeper insight into the glacier crab fishing industry and the people behind this challenging profession. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next videos. See you again.